Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to my bare face. I feel like I look really tired and I am. But today I thought I would do just a chatty get ready with me video. I actually asked on YouTube what you guys would like to see and how you'd like this video to be. And apart from the odd couple of comments that were like, try something out of your comfort zone, most people just really wanted me to just be really real and authentic and just get ready with you guys. And I feel like that's more my style. Like, you're not here for the makeup tutorials, you're just here for the chatty get ready with me. So that is what I'm going to do. I actually do have a few new products though to try and to talk to you guys about, which is quite exciting. I haven't really done that in a while. So I will get onto those. I've got a new foundation, eyebrow product, mascara, just a few different bits. I've already done my skincare routine. It's a week before my period, which is why I'm so spotty. It's so weird. This is my skin now. But yeah, a week before my period, I always break out in spots. And this is like an old spot that's just kind of like come back again. It's just weird to see my skin like this because I just never ever used to get spots. But it kind of like doesn't really bother me. I don't even really have like the right makeup to cover spots. I've got like a really creamy concealer, but I'm hoping the new foundation that I try might kind of just make this look a little bit better, but I'm not gonna go crazy about covering it. I'm wearing a really comfy loungewear set from Me&M. I absolutely love Me&M for like slightly smarter loungewear, like the sort of loungewear you can wear out. And I swear like 90% of my wardrobe is loungewear at the moment, as is like most people, I reckon. And this video is actually sponsored by Wild. I spoke to you guys about Wild in my favorites video, and I did some work with them on Instagram about a month ago, so I've been using the product probably for a couple of months now. I'm just so impressed. This is Wild, for those of you that don't know. It is a natural deodorant. If you don't follow me on Instagram, you might not know, but Rich has been looking for a natural deodorant for years. I'm not even joking, he must have tried over 10. One of his reasons for switching is that he found that so many deodorants were staining his t-shirts, so he's buying really nice clothes. And then because he sweats quite a lot, the sweat and the kind of chemicals in his deodorant were leaving yellow marks on his t-shirts, and he was just getting so annoyed. So he's been on the hunt for a natural deodorant for ages. He actually gave this one a go. On the day he tried it, we went to a trampoline park. Like I said, he sweats quite a lot and he didn't smell. His t-shirt wasn't ruined and he was so impressed. So I signed up too, and now we both use Wild deodorant. I have this one, he's got like an orange casing. So let me tell you a little bit about it because I really do recommend it. So like I said, it's a natural deodorant, which means it hasn't got any aluminium or paraben in the actual product itself. But also the packaging is environmentally friendly. It's a reusable aluminium case, so you refill it rather than just like throwing this away and buying another one. You refill the case, and it comes like this. So it's all like cardboard, it goes straight into your litter box, and you can subscribe for refills. So this is what a new one would look like. You get the case and then you get the refills as well, but obviously I've already signed up, so I would just get the refills. The refills look like this. They're totally biodegradable, which is very clever. There are 5 different scents, but I'm pretty sure they've got some new ones coming out soon, which is very exciting. They actually have a limited edition Halloween scent, Toffee Apple. If this isn't still available when this video goes live, I'm very sorry for teasing you. It might be available though, so go and check. If not, like I said, they have new scents coming soon. But Toffee Apple, oh my god, it's very festive. I really like that. I think the one that I've got in mine now, because I only put in a new refill last week, yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the rose one, which is a very like subtle scent. So you just pop it in, wind it up. It's really easy to put in a new refill. We are so happy with it. I think it's so great that it's a plastic-free way of buying deodorant. And they actually gave me a code, which is LilyWild, if you guys would like 20% off your Wild deodorant. So I've done my skincare, got dressed, put on my deodorant, and I've also just put a few little waves in my hair. And now let's get on to the makeup. Okay, I've zoomed you in a little bit so you can see what my skin looks like, and I seriously need some perking up. The primer I've been using recently is the amos Superfood Glow Priming Moisturiser, and this is just a very subtle glowy moisturiser. It's not quite as like sticky and super glowy as the Glossier Future Dew, which I really love, but sometimes I feel like it's too thick on its own and I want to mix it with something, or sometimes I just want to put a bit on my cheekbones. Sometimes I mix these together, but I was sent the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base yesterday, so I thought I would just try this instead today, just for something new. It's like, comes in a pump. Feels quite thick actually. Ooh, that is quite thick. I think I used a little bit too much. It's like a thick moisturiser, so I'm just gonna put that all over. I quite like this kind of texture for a primer actually, because it feels like it's gonna help your foundation almost stick to it a little bit. It doesn't just feel like a moisturiser, it feels a little bit more. The question is, does that have any glitter in it? No, that's nice. That's just like slightly glowy, but nothing like the Glossier. That's quite nice. I'm not sure I'd like go out my way to buy that. I feel like I have other things that work just as well. I really like this amos Superfood Glow Priming Moisturiser. I think that one's actually really nice. Okay, this I'm really excited for. This is a brand new foundation. It actually came out today when I'm filming this, but it'll be like last week when you're watching this. It's the Huda Beauty, oh my god, I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called the Faux Filter Stick Foundation. I've actually never tried a foundation from Huda Beauty before. I haven't been that into liquid foundations recently, but one of my favourite foundations is the Hourglass Stick Foundation. But like someone commented on one of my recent videos, I think it was my favourites, it comes in a really rubbish selection of shades. So I feel like this could be a really exciting launch, because if it's as good as the Hourglass Stick Foundation, this one comes in a huge range of shades. If you've never tried a stick foundation before, I would have been really intimidated by this before trying the Hourglass one. I feel like a stick foundation looks like it's going to be really heavy, but actually I find liquid foundations really heavy. I found stick foundations, you can just apply it where you need it and just buff it into the skin, and I think it leaves a really nice finish. So I'm trying the shade. It was really hard to pick the shades, that's the only thing. When there's a lot, I'm like, it's quite hard. But I'm usually some kind of like light neutral. This is Custard 220N. I feel like it might not be a good match, but let's just give it a go. So I'm going to put a little bit on my cheek. It's a little bit harder to apply than the Hourglass one, I think. And then I'm just using the Smashbox, it's like a buffing brush. I really like using this for a cream foundation. I think the whole point of this foundation is you're meant to be able to like build it up, so I'm going to try and do that. At the moment it feels a lot more sheer than the Hourglass one. So whilst I'm putting this on, and I'm just going to keep building it up and see if I can get it to a point where I like the coverage, let's have a chat. I wish I could actually ask you guys how you are. It's weird talking one way to a camera. Ooh, can you see this is quite warm on my skin? I kind of miss doing meetups. I miss like meeting you guys. Like, it really reminds me that there's actual people out there listening and watching my content. I haven't done any kind of like meetup or met up with any of you guys for so long. Like, I don't know if meetups will ever be a thing again, but hopefully they will. So anyway, I hope you are all well. I'm really good at the moment. I feel like, aside from everything that's going on in the world, which we're all just like coming to terms with, I feel like I'm in a really good place. I know I talk about this a lot and I don't want to like freak anyone out who, you know, is pregnant or anything like that, because it's different for everyone. But I really feel like pregnancy and like postpartum was really tricky for me, like mentally, not even just physically. I think mainly because of my work, and I felt really lost for quite a long time. And I've had so many comments from you guys recently being like, oh my god, Lily, your teeth have really given you your confidence back. And like, yeah, I'm really happy with my teeth, but I don't think it's actually my teeth. I think it's just that I finally feel like I can like focus on work and on me a little bit more and get back into it and be creative. Whereas I found when I was pregnant and like for the first year after having Gray, really, I just felt a bit like I didn't have time to do anything, and everything just felt really rushed. So I'm glad that you guys have noticed like a change in my attitude recently, and I'm enjoying just like feeling a bit like me again. Let's just take a pause to look at this foundation. It feels less creamy than the Hourglass. Like, it's setting faster when I blend it in. It's nice. It's actually lighter than I thought. Anna, if you're watching this, I think you might actually like this, because I thought it was going to be fuller coverage. The Hourglass one is fuller coverage. This is actually lighter. Like, it hasn't really, you can see it hasn't really covered my spots. It's just more like evened out my skin tone. It's not as glowy, I think, as the Hourglass. It's not quite as glowy as I would like. I want to see if I can keep building it up. Don't get me wrong, I'm finding the juggle of being a working mum, like lots of us are, quite tricky. Just trying to fit everything in is a little bit hard, especially I guess at the moment, like working from home and all the restrictions means that like when I'm working at home, Rich and Gray are often at home as well, which makes it a little bit hard. I feel like I can't film videos while she's napping, and there's a lot of like time restrictions going on. But I'm enjoying the challenge, and I really am enjoying like getting back into work again. It's actually, I don't know if anyone else finds this, like who has like any other first time mums, but I'm kind of like, I think all the time about like when is the right time to have another baby, and I'm constantly flicking between like, I'm so happy at the moment, I just want to like enjoy this time and like getting back into work and like having a bit more time and having, you know, all the fog cleared. But then there is no right time, and the worst thing is waiting too long and then maybe it can't happen. I know so many people that like didn't struggle first time round and then really struggled with their second, and you just don't know what's going to happen, and I don't want to regret waiting too long. It's a very fine line. Any other mums out there, let me know if you feel the same as I do. I feel like first time round I was much more naive about everything, and this time round I'm much more aware of stuff, and it worries me a lot. I think I'm gonna have to stop there because I can't really build up much more. So I definitely say it's more of like a medium light. I'm not gonna say light medium, it's more medium light. Doesn't excite me as much as the Hourglass, which is a shame. I really hope the Hourglass add more shades to their range. I do think it's a nice foundation though. I think a lot of people are gonna like it. Let's carry on with concealer and then see how it all looks. This is the Shiseido, I think it's called like the gel concealer. I really like this, it's very lightweight. Easy to blend. I always use my finger to blend my concealer. Just gonna add a little bit under my eyes. The corners get a little bit dark. Around my nose, a little bit on my nose, and then I'm gonna take some on those spots. I do find this isn't very good for covering spots. Like, it will kind of disappear towards the end of the day, but I don't wear like super long lasting makeup anyway. This colour looks really pale on me. I think it's just in comparison with the foundation. I probably could do with the shade up actually. So what else can I update you on aside from like work, mum life balance? Gray's at a really cute age at the moment, so she's about like 18 months. Oh my god, this concealer is way too light for me. I'm just going to keep blending. She's about 18 months and she's just so full of personality. It's really fun just seeing her learn things and figure things out, and like if I take her to a baby class, just seeing like what her personality is like and how she is with other kids. So we're both just really enjoying her at the moment, which is so nice. And it's so nice that we're both able to spend so much time with her. Like the fact that Rich is at home even on the days where he works now has made such a difference. Like, I'm getting way too used to it. I will be so shocked. Like when he goes back to work, I think I'm gonna get a massive shock because because he's not commuting like an hour into work and back, he can utilize his time so much better working from home, and it means that he can like help with bath time and help with bedtime, which normally he wouldn't even be back from the office yet. So we've really been enjoying the time at home, like spending this time with her. I feel like once kids are at school, that's it. They're like at school for the next 18 years. So I have the attitude of like, I really just want to spend as much time as I can with her in these first kind of few years and just enjoy spending time with her. So that's what we've been doing, trying to make the most of like outdoor activities. I feel like things are looking much lighter on camera than they are in real life. I'm just going to give this a blend in with the foundation. Okay, it looks a little bit funny on camera, but I promise it will even itself out, especially when I go on to the next step, which is bronzer. I'm going to be using this one from Fenty Beauty. When I put this on Instagram, I got so many messages saying, is it better than Chanel? Is it better than Chanel? I love this. I love this cream bronzer. So yeah, I think I would say it is like on par with the Chanel one. It's much more affordable and it comes in so many shades. So yeah, I really like it. I mean, look, I've literally hit the bottom of the pan. It's a very creamy, blendable bronzer. But something really weird about this bronzer, tell me if any of you guys understand this, but I've been using this brush for the bronzer, and then the first time I washed this brush, it went green. So this was just like a cream brush, and then after using this bronzer, and only this bronzer, it went like green, blue when I washed it. Why is that? There must be something in the bronzer that's like stained the brush. It does freak me out a bit. Like what is that? If anyone can explain, please let me know. But I just like to use a fluffy brush. So I just kind of swish it around in the pan, and then I kind of take it on my cheekbones. And I just think a cream bronzer looks so much more like natural than a powder, which I often like end up overdoing it with a powder. So I just kind of very lightly blend this in. Guys, I'm so excited for Anna and Mark. Anna is hopefully moving soon. Her and Mark are living with her parents at the moment. They're like in between. It's so crazy how the property market works in the UK. Like, we were lucky when we sold our flat and got this house. We did move straight away. We did the exchange and completion like all at the same time. Like, the chain kind of worked out. But when we did the renovation, we did move back in with my parents. So I can feel her there, like living with parents, especially when you do our job and there's like a lot of filming and stuff going on, and like your job is to create content with your surroundings. Like, it's really unsettling when you're living with your parents, as like lucky as it is to be able to do that. I'm just so excited for them. If they get their kind of dream house, it'll just be so amazing. Can you see how nice that bronze is? I just think it's really natural. It's definitely evened out the kind of concealer that was too pale for me. For blusher, I'm going to be using the Stila Convertible colour in Peony. I've had this for years. It's a cheek and lip product, so you can use it on either. It's just a creamy product. Would I use this on lips? Yeah, it's nice actually. It's just like a little pink stain. I'm just going to tap a little bit on with my finger, just onto like the apples of my cheeks, and then I think I'm going to take a little brush and just kind of blend out the edges. I started watching a new TV show last night called Dream Home Makeover on Netflix. It's definitely like a typical like Netflix American show, but it's with Studio McGee, yeah, I think that's how you say it, who I've been following on Instagram for years, and it's just the most satisfying TV show. They're interior designers and they kind of like do up houses, but like their taste is so spot on. The houses in America are ridiculous. Like, they're made out of different materials in the UK. They're easier to build, they're easier to pull down. Sorry, I've got hair on my face. They're totally different shapes and like ceiling heights, and everything about it's so different to the UK. So it's kind of like totally out of like reach of even dreaming for that. But it's just so satisfying to watch. It just like gives me the renovation bug. I would highly recommend watching it if you like that kind of like home makeover stuff. I think the only thing that I regret for this house, which I'm not sure I could have changed anyway, but I think I now really understand the value of having a playroom, like a separate room downstairs. Not necessarily for the lounge, like I really like that ours is open plan downstairs, but if we just had like one more room downstairs that we could have as like a playroom for Gray and any future kids, like that would be the dream. I'm not sure we could have done that. Like, we maybe could have pushed ourselves to get a slightly bigger place. Like, I think if we'd got like a semi-detached with that extra room downstairs, then it could have been our forever home. I feel like this is me sounding very greedy. I love our house. I'm very grateful for our house, but I think when people say like, why is your house not your forever house, I think that's what makes it. Like, the fact that it's terraced and the fact that there isn't like a separate room downstairs. We were very like sensible when we bought this house in terms of like stretching ourselves. Am I going to talk about this? Is this too personal? I don't know. Let me get on with my eyebrows. I'll come back to this chat. I'm trying out a couple of new eyebrow products. Well, I've got two brow products from Fenty. Anna recommended this one in the podcast. It's the Fenty Beauty Brow MVP. It's a really interesting product. It's a little brush on one end. It looks like a toothbrush, by the way. I really like this brush. It's much better than a spoolie. Like, I love how Fenty, like, if they don't like something, they reinvent it and they do it better. That's a great brush. Then on the other end is just a clear kind of wax. I really like this. I love the wax. I prefer it to a gel, I think. It really sticks down your brows and almost gives them that laminated look. But I do need a pencil to fill them out a bit. So this product, it by itself doesn't have everything I need. I almost wish it had like a pencil on one end and then like the wax with a little brush somehow on the other. This also from Fenty Beauty is their brow, oh, it's got the same name, but this one is a pencil on one end and a brush on the other. This brush is, oh my god, the pencil bit just entirely fell out. Well, that's not good, is it? Look, that is naughty. Maybe I wouldn't recommend this. I got it in a slightly like too light a shade, I think. Okay, what I was gonna say about the house is that we didn't push ourselves to the max. We like worked it all out so that I was like, who knows what's gonna happen with my job? It's very unreliable. If I were to like have a baby, lose all work and never be able to work again, could we pay for this house purely on Rich's salary? And that was kind of how we made the decision. So could we have stretched ourselves a bit more and got somewhere that we could have been our forever home? Maybe, but we can't go back in time, and I absolutely love our house, so we are just going to enjoy the time that we have here. This brush is like, it's like a makeup brush. It's like soft rather than plastic. I'm going to put the wax on top. It's definitely going to make it go like gross, but I like the way it just like sticks the brows down. I just do like one swipe, and then I like to go over it with the brush afterwards. It kind of puts them in place. I think that's a really clever product. So let's go on to eyes. I've been loving this Glossier product, which is one of their Sky Wash, and this is in the shade Terra. Very, very warm brown. It almost looks a bit like a lip gloss, but it's a cream eyeshadow, so I just put a little bit on and then I use a brush to blend it out. It's quite like a woe shade. It's more like if I was actually leaving the house. But I've been looking for the perfect kind of either liquid brown eyeshadow or cream brown eyeshadow. It's hard to find. Like, I really like that warm brown shade, not quite as dark as that, a bit more of like an everyday color, a bit kind of camely. I thought this was going to be the one. This is Bare Minerals Gen Nude eyeshadow primer. I absolutely love the shade. Again, it looks like a lip gloss. So many cars outside. I really like the shade, but I realised when I tested it the other day that it's got slight glitter particles in it, which I am just not for. I don't want glitter on my eyelids unless it's like Christmas Eve. So I also got these to give a go. These are from Nude Sticks. These are the magnetic matte eye colour. So they're matte, no glitter to be found. I got Putty, which is far too pale of a shade for me, so that is a no. And I got Terra. It's always called Terra. I guess it's like a terracotta shade, which I will put on today and show you guys. So it's like a crayon, and you can just draw it all over the lid. I kind of wish it was like a little bit more creamy. And then you can use your finger, but I like to just use a brush just to kind of blend out the edges. And it's actually such a nice colour, that kind of slightly terracotta warm brown shade, and it's definitely matte, and I think it applies a little bit stiffer, but that's what makes it last well on the lids. And then just blend it out. Another thing that people don't tell you, by the way, before like buying property or having kids, and that I've never really thought about, like I always thought make sure you buy in an area where the schools are good. I'd never thought about the fact that once your kids go to school, you're kind of tied to that area, because then if you move too far, you either got like a really long journey to take them to school, and they're not like going to the local school that they can walk to and have all their friends live nearby, or you have to like move schools. I never moved schools. Rich actually did, and he was like, it's fine, I moved schools. But like for me, I made like my best friends at school, so I would have been distraught to like have been pulled out of school halfway through. I feel like I'm gonna have to call this video like adulting my thoughts. Hashtag first world problems. Look how nice that is. Should I take a little bit underneath? I feel like I should take a little bit underneath. I always feel like an eye look isn't really finished. Rich is taking Gray to this cute little like local singing class this morning, and it's Halloween theme this week, so hopefully she'll enjoy that. This is like her first Halloween where she's like old enough to notice things, although there won't be trick-or-treating this year, but I think she'll like all the dressing up and stuff. She is brave. She's like hardcore. She won't be scared of like scary outfits. This is the Charlotte Tilbury brown liquid eyeliner. I've been obsessed with this, just putting a tiny bit just from like the center to the outer part of the eye. I feel like it just really finishes things off. By the way, I know that this is like the same look I do every time, but I think this is what suits me and this is what I like. Or I think that's key. I think once you find that, stick to it. Right, that's the liquid eyeliner done. Doesn't have to be super neat, no one's gonna see. For mascara, I've also got a new one. This is Florence by Mills. So you know Millie Bobby Brown, who's in Stranger Things. She has her own makeup and skincare line in Boots, I think. I love the packaging, I love the colour actually, I love the name, and I think the products are mainly aimed at a younger demographic, which is really nice actually, and that's what makes this a very kind of subtle everyday mascara. So you'll see when I apply it, it's nothing like whoa and volumizing. The only thing is I tried this the other day and I found by the end of the day my lashes had like totally lost their like curl. They were just kind of like, they were a bit sad. So not massively into this mascara, but I think if you have like teenage daughters, this would be like a nice one for them to try. So it doesn't give like a massive curl, but it does just like coat the lashes and looks like nice and natural, which is nice sometimes. I feel like sometimes like big lashes ruin a makeup look, so I do quite like this. Also guys, I'm on the hunt. I'm still on the hunt. I feel like I've been on the hunt for years for the perfect lipstick. This is what I want, so please let me know if you know of anything. I want it to be sheer enough that you can just like apply it and it not be like, whoa, you're wearing lipstick. I want sheer formula. I don't want it to be glossy, but I don't really want it to be matte because that's what will make it like, whoa, lipstick. I want it to be creamy. Creamy, sheer. And then I kind of just want it to be the same colour as my lips, like maybe slightly rosier, but I don't want pink. Very hard to find. I have been looking for this lipstick forever. I love the formula of these NARS lip balms. This is kind of the formula I want. This is Fast Lane. It's slightly too pink for what I want. I want something a bit more beige and like skin tone. But can you see what I mean? I just go like that and it's not a big deal. Look, it's too pink. It looks too pink, especially with the orange eye. Doesn't work. I end up like not really putting lipstick on because it's not right. Maybe I need like a slightly orangier lip. I'm not sure. But that's my makeup done. I really like that. I don't wear like highlighter anymore. I feel like the glowy primer like does enough. Sometimes I might put a bit of like the Glossier Future Dew on at the end, but I don't think it needs it today. The problem with these chatty get ready with me is I have no idea what I end up talking about whilst I'm doing my makeup. And now I'm like, oh God, what did I say? Thank you guys so much for your comments on my teeth though. I am so happy with them. I'm eagerly awaiting the delivery of my night brace because I grind my teeth at night and I swear I've already started to damage one of the teeth. So I'm like, please can the braces arrive? It's been a few weeks now and I'm just so nervous. Rich wakes me up at night and he's like, stop grinding your teeth. It's so crazy. I don't know why I do it. But yeah, I'm so happy with them and it means I can film close-up videos like this and not feel like super self-conscious. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to check out the description box. I've got details of all the products I used. I've got details of the Wild deodorant discount code. Let me know if you've already tried Wild and what you think of it. I'd love to hear from you. And that's about all for today. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.